So today we are going to study marginal costing and break-even analysis, CVP, that is cost volume profit analysis and decision making. So first, what do you mean by marginal cost and marginal costing? So according to the terminology of cost accountancy of the Institute of Cost and Management Accounts, London, marginal cost represents the amount of any given volume of output by which aggregate costs are changed if the volume of output is increased by 1 unit. In practice, this is measured by the total variable cost attributable to 1 unit. In this context, a unit may be a single article, a batch of articles, an order, a stage of production capacity, a man-hour, process of a department. It relates to the change in the output in the particular circumstances under consideration. In the other words of Blocker and Waltmore, marginal cost is the increase or decrease in the total cost which results from producing or selling additional or fewer unit of production, or from a change in method of production or distribution of, such as the change of use of improved machinery, addition or exclusion of product or territory, or selection of an additional sale of channel. So analysis of definition given, we find that the increase in 1 unit of output, the total cost is increased, and this increase in total cost from the existing to the new level is known as marginal costing. So over here they have explained you what do you mean by marginal costing, in the sense, if you come, for example, marginal costing example, if your company is producing 10,000 units of rupees 5 lakh, then you got some extra order that you need to produce some more unit. Suppose if you need to produce more extra unit of 5,000, then total units with the extra you are producing 15,000, and you have increased the cost up to rupees 7,50,000. So how you going? What do you mean by marginal cost? Marginal cost means the extra unit which are you producing, that is the marginal cost. On this, how much price you have gained. So the difference between these two, that is 2,50,000 divided by 5,000. So for every 1 unit, producing 1 extra unit, you are charging rupees 50. So for every 5,000 units, you are charging 2,50,000. So this is the example, and I think so you have understood the meaning of marginal means for the amount charged on every 1 unit produced which is extra. Another example is also here. For example, the cost of production of 1,000 unit of radios is 2 lakh, and that of 1,001 units is rupees 2,150,000. The marginal cost is rupees 150, that is 2,150,000 minus 2 lakh. Marginal cost may also be defined as the aggregate of variable cost, or the prime cost plus variable overheads. Thus, it is for the production of 1,000 unit of product, the manufacturer has to incur 75,000 for material, 50,000 for direct wages, 25,000 for variables overhead, and 50,000 for fixed overheads. And the marginal cost can be ascertained as follows. So what do you mean by fixed and variable? So fixed are those things which are not going to change for a long period of time, and variable which because of some inflation or deflation the value changes, the value of the product changes, or the machinery or something else changes. That is variable, which is there won't be any constant. They won't be constant. And for the fixed, the amount for that particular thing or that particular machinery will be constant for a long period of time. So how we are going to calculate marginal cost? First, we are going to add direct material plus direct wages, that is 1,25,000. After that, we are going to add prime cost under this. Sorry, this amount 1,50,000 we got the prime cost, and after this we are going to add overhead, variable overhead, that is 25,000. Then in the end we will got 1,50,000, that is a marginal cost. That is per unit they have calculated, because over here we are producing 1000 units. So for every 1000, 75,000 divided by 1000, so you will get 7550, that is after adding 125, after adding variable overhead, that is 25, you will get 150. So for every one particular unit you are earning rupees 150. So this is the marginal costing. The marginal cost equation is, for the sake of convenience, marginal cost equation can be derived as follows: sales minus variable cost equal to contribution. That is, sales equal to variable cost plus contribution, or variable cost plus fixed cost plus minus profit or loss the company is having. So indirectly, in the last we have derived that sales minus variable equal to fixed cost plus or minus profit or loss. For over here, S stands for sales, V stands for variable cost, F stands for fixed cost, and P stands for profit or loss. If it is profit, you are going to add. If it is a loss, you are going to subtract it from the fixed cost. They have given you the example over here. Determine the amount of variable cost from the following particulars. So they have provided you the sales, fixed cost and profit. So how you are going to determine the variable cost? So variable cost will be sales minus variable equal to fixed cost plus profit or loss. Over here you are having profit of 40,000. So what is the sales? 1,50,000 minus variable 30 plus fixed cost. Sorry, variable, they didn't give you the variable cost. We need to find out the variable. So VC equal to fixed cost, they have given you 30 plus profit, that's why we are adding in the fixed cost. So variable cost equal to 1,50,000 minus both of the total of these two, that is 70. So you will get 80. So variable cost is 80,000. So again they have given you the example over here. So fixed cost, variable cost, selling price, output level. They have given you both. Over here they didn't give you. So in this they have given you fixed cost, that is in per units. For variable selling price and output means you need to calculate sales. So how you are going to calculate the sales? That is 75,000 units into 15 rupees per unit. So you will get 11,25,000. In the same way you are going to calculate the variable cost. So see over here they have done S minus V equal to F plus P, that is because it is a profit or loss. It can be anything. So in the end we will come to know whether it's profit or loss. If it came in negative, then it is a loss. If it came in positive, then it is a profit. So we need to calculate the sales, that is rupees 75 into 15, that is we got the 11,25,000. Again variable, we need to take the output level, that is 75,000 units into variable cost. What is variable cost for per unit? They have given 10. So 75,000 into 10, that is 7,50,000. Fixed cost, they have already given you the amount 2,50,000. On the basis of this we are going to calculate the profit or loss. So 11,25,000 minus 7,50,000 equal to 3,75,000. On this side, that is only we are aware of only fixed. So 2,50,000 plus profit. So we are going to carry this to this side. Then we will get in a positive. We will get 1,25,000. Positive means that is a profit. The next one is profit volume ratio, that is the short form for this is PV. PV ratio or CS ratio. So in the question they are going to ask you directly calculate the PV ratio or calculate the PV. So PV means the profit volume ratio, which is also called as contribution ratio or marginal ratio. Express the relation of contribution to sales and can be expressed as under contribution divided by sales. So since contribution equal to sales minus variable cost equal to fixed cost plus profit, so PV ratio can also be expressed as, so these are some of the formulas which you can drive or you can learn all these. Sales minus variable cost divided by sales, that is S minus V divided by S. Second PV, fixed cost plus profit divided by sales. And the last one is PV ratio equal to change in the profit or contribution divided by change in the sale. Or if they have asked you like this, how you are going to calculate sales if they have given you PV, fixed and profit. So fixed cost plus profit divided by PV ratio, that is F plus P divided by PV. So over here they have given you a question where they have given you the sales, profit and variable cost, and they have given you the amount 1,10,000 and 70%. You need to find out the PV ratio, fixed cost and sales volume to earn a profit of 40,000. So first thing, we are going to calculate the PV ratio. How you are going to calculate? What was the formula? Sales minus variable cost. Do we have the sales? Yes. We have the variable cost, but they have given you in percentage. So first you need to calculate the amount, that is rupees of variable cost. So how you are going to calculate the variable cost? That is 70% of sales, that is 1 lakh. Over here they have calculated 70% of sales. So you will get 70,000. So on the basis of this you are going to calculate the PV ratio, that is sales we already have, so 1 lakh minus variable, that is 70, divided by sales again 1 lakh, so into 100, so you will get 30%. If they have asked you in percentage, then you are going to multiply it by 100. Then second one, they have told you about the fixed cost. So fixed cost, contribution equal to fixed cost plus profit. The formula for contribution is fixed cost plus profit. So are you aware of fixed cost? They have given you the fixed cost? No. So but they have given you the contribution, that is 30%. So the contribution 30,000 equal to fixed cost plus 10,000, that equal to 20,000. So the fixed cost will be 30 minus 10, that is plus 1. So it will go on this side, you will get 20,000. It won't come over here, that is 20,000. Then the last one, sales volume to earn a profit of rupees 40,000. Over here you need to calculate, you are not going to assume that you are having 10,000 of profit. Instead of writing 10,000 right now, you are going to write 40,000. So we are going to calculate sales volume to earn, means you are going to calculate the you are going to calculate the sales by applying this formula which I told you over here, sales fixed cost plus profit divided by PV ratio. So the formula, if we are going to put the amount, we are aware of fixed cost is 20, fixed cost is 20, profit is 40. We are not going to take this one, we are going to take 40,000 this one, because we need to calculate on this. So 40,000 divided by PV ratio, that is 30%. So 60 divided by into 100. So we are going to change this percentage. Instead of dividing it by 100, we are multiplying it over here by 100. So 60 into 100 divided by 30, that is 2 lakh. So the sales are 2 lakh. Our next topic is cost volume profit analysis. Cost volume profit analysis is technique for studying the relationship between the cost volume and profit. Cost volume profit, in the sense we are understanding the relationship between cost, volume and profit. So profit of an undertaking depend upon a large number of factors, but the most important of these factors are the cost, manufacture, volume of the sales and selling price of the products. In the words of Hermann C. Heiser, the most significant single factor in profit planning of the average business is the relationship between the volume of business, cost and profit, that is the CVP, cost volume profit analysis. Relationship is an important tool used for profit planning for a business. So under this, these are the three factors analysis, that is again cost, volume and profits. The same thing they have repeated. For example, the profit depend upon the sales, selling price to a large extent depends upon the cost, and the cost depends upon the volume of production, as it is only the variable cost and varies directly with the production, whereas fixed costs remain fixed regardless of volume produced. In cost volume profit analysis is an attempt is made to analyze the relationship between the variation in the cost and variation in the volume. So have you understood the meaning of fixed and variable? So fixed cost will be remain fixed regardless of volume. How much production you are doing, it doesn't matter to the fixed cost. It will matter to the variable cost, because it will change according to the production or the units you are producing, it is increasing or decreasing. So CVP can help you to give the following answers. How much sales should be made to avoid the losses? If the company is going in sales of losses of 20,000, by applying the sales formula you can find out how much sales you need to reduce. How much should be the sales to earn the desired profit? Then what will be the effect of change in the price, cost and volume profit? Which product or product mix is most profitable? Should we manufacture or buy some product or components, and so on? And there are some other questions with the help of which you can get the answer. So the next one is break-even analysis. The study of cost volume profit analysis is often referred to as break-even analysis, and the two terms are used interchangeably by the many. This is so because break-even analysis is most widely known form of cost volume profit analysis. So you can say that the other name for cost volume profit analysis is break-even analysis. The term break-even analysis is used in two senses: narrow senses and broad senses. Broad sense and it refers to the study of relationship between cost and volume and profit at different level of sale of production, and in the narrow sense it refers to the technique to determine that the level of operation were total revenue equal to total expenses, that is the point of no profit or no loss. These are some of the assumptions of break-even analysis. That is, all elements of cost, that is production, administration, selling, distribution, can be segregated into fixed and variable components, where variable costs remain constant per unit of output, fixed costs remain constant at all volumes of output, selling price per unit remain unchanged, volume of production is the only factor that influences, there will no change in the general price level, there is only one product, or in case of multi-product the sales mix remains unchanged. And the last one is there is synchronization between production and sales. So there are some of the formulas how we can calculate the break-even point. There are some other names of break-even point, that is critical point, equilibrium point or balancing point. So sales revenue at break-even point, the formula is fixed cost plus variable cost. So the break-even point can be calculated by two formula, that is algebraic formula method and graphical or chart method. So the first one, algebraic formula method or computing the break-even point, that is unit of sale volume, budget total or in terms of money value, as a percentage of essential capacity. So the first one is break even point in units. First one we are finding it with units. So as a break even point is a point of number of no profit no loss. It is that level of output at which the total contribution equals to the total fixed asset. It can be calculated with the help of the following formula. So BEP, the short form for this is BEP. So the formula for this, that is fixed cost divided by selling price per unit minus variable cost per unit, or selling price minus variable cost is contribution. So fixed cost divided by contribution per unit. The second one, break even point in terms of budget total or money value. At break even point, total sale equal to total of fixed and plus total of variable cost, that is S equal to F plus V, that is fixed plus variable. The short form for fixed is F and for variable is V. S minus V equal to F, or you can say that dividing both sides S minus V. So S minus V divided by S minus V equal to F S divided by S minus V. So you will get, this will be cancelled, you will get 1. So it will be F divided by S minus V, and you can multiply S into 1 equal to F into S divided by S minus V. So by multiplying both the sides with S, that is sales. So indirectly the formula which we have tried is fixed cost divided by variable sales minus variable cost or into sales, that is fixed cost divided by contribution into sales. And the third one, that is break even point as a percentage or estimated capacity. Break even point can also be computed as a percentage of the estimated sales or capacity by dividing the break even analysis by the capacity sales. For example, if a firm has an estimated capacity of rupees 1 lakh units of the products and its break even point is reached at 50,000 units, then the break even point is at 50% of the capacity. If information as the total contribution at full capacity is available, the break even point as a percentage of estimated capacity can be found as fixed cost divided by total contribution. So we can understand by this all the three formula by one example. So they have provided you the output, selling price per unit, variable cost per unit, and total fixed cost. So first we are going to calculate it according to the units. So the formula for this is fixed cost divided by contribution, and contribution means sales price per unit minus variable cost per unit. So have they provided you the fixed cost? Yes, that is 20,000. So write it down, 20,000 divided by selling price. Have they provided? Yes, over here 30, and variable is 20. So 30 minus 20, that is 10. So for particular per unit you got 2,000 in units. You will get BEP in 2,000 units. The second one is break even analysis. So fixed cost into sales divided by sales minus variable cost. So you are aware of fixed cost. So how you are going to calculate sales? So they have provided you the output and they have you provided the selling price per unit. So you will multiply, that is 3,000 into 30, you will get 90. And the same thing you are going to do with the variable cost to find out the amount. So 3,000 into 20 equal to, these all are units, into 20, that is 60, and these amount are in rupees. So they have calculated over here sales, that is 3,000 into 30, that is 90, and variable 3,000 into 20, that is 60. So fixed cost into sales, how much is the fixed cost? 20. So sales into 90 divided by sales, that is 90 minus 60. 20 into 90 divided by 90 minus 60, you will get rupees 60,000. Otherwise, as the BEP is 2,000 unit, break even analysis sales would be 2,000 into 30, that is directly you can calculate 60.